Hey, we're Ryan and Tor. Like most people, 2020 didn't go exactly as planned. With canceled travel plans, changes in career, and so many other things thrown upside down, we decided to buy a van. Thanks for coming along for the ride.
I don't know what the frig I'm doing.
That's literally why I asked you inside before we came out. You're doing the intro. Can we talk about it inside? It's cold.
Yeah, the camera's right here.
Okay.
Do you want me to get you a jacket?
No.
It's a good look.
Do you want a blanket?
I think you've got it on lock. We are so excited that you're joining us on this journey. But we figured before we actually dive into the Vanbuild, it was important to share with you how we got here, who we are, all that good sort of stuff. So Victoria and I met a couple of years ago working at a summer camp together. 4 months later, we got engaged. And shortly after that, 13 months later, we got married. And we did something a little less conventional than normal for our wedding.
We got married in Lucca, Italy-ish. We started planning our wedding and just realized how unbelievably expensive weddings are. And I don't know, one of us ended up saying, think about the trip we could go on for this money. We're like, why don't we just get married in Italy? I was like, wait a second. Let's actually do that.
It's really important for you to know, Victoria throws out these outlandish things, and my default reaction is to think about how they can actually happen. So Victoria threw out this crazy idea, and then I was like, wait a minute, we could actually do this. So I put together a huge spreadsheet to show Victoria that it was actually going to be cheaper for us to go get married in Italy than it would be to have a traditional wedding here.
Yeah. But it was the best decision ever. And so doing this tiny little wedding of 20 of our closest friends and family before COVID even, we went for a bike ride around the walls of Lucca that morning. It was just amazing. And so it kind of started me down this trajectory of just what else are we missing out on by just kind of going with the flow as I usually do. There's a whole world of adventure out there.
And I'm a little different. I've always enjoyed, and in fact, I think I actively seek to do things that aren't what everyone else is doing. And so when we were on our honeymoon, on our way back to Canada, we flew into London, and we were talking about, maybe we should just move to London, because Victoria has a degree in musical theater and the West End is there. And so that started a conversation that I don't think was ever meant to be serious about moving to London. But
then fast forward to March 2020. We don't know how that went. We ended up with visas to move to London so that I could pursue my dream and do this whole adventure. And then obviously a week later, everything shut down.
Yeah, so when everything shut down, I think like most people thought this was just going to be temporary. We were planning on moving to London in August of 2020, and obviously that didn't happen. And this kind of set us on this journey of, okay, we knew we wanted to travel, but we didn't know where. And frankly, at that point, we really didn't care where.
Anywhere is great.
We started by booking flights to Chiang Mai, Thailand. That didn't work out. We're going to go to Greece and it shut down. And now we're going to go to Costa Rica and that was a bad choice. We booked flights to Albania. Needless to say, all of those options collapsed.
The way it was just kind of like, well, okay, that didn't work. What else can we do? Our family's always joking like, okay, yeah, we'll see what actually happens with that plan all year.
What's the plan of this week?
Yeah, what's the plan of this week? Meanwhile, working on getting remote jobs and all of those kinds of things so that we could take our life wherever we want it to be.
Like most people, when the pandemic hit, we went to working remotely. And we realized that we loved the lifestyle that came along with it. We had more free time because we didn't have to drive to and from work every day. We got to see each other all day. It was amazing. And we realized that this is how we want our life to be. And so we took the opportunity with the extra time that we had on our hands to learn new skills. So Victoria did a course in UX design and I did a course in software development. And that ultimately gave us the freedom to do what's coming next.
So we had successfully figured out how we could travel full-time and work remotely, but we also realized that now isn't the time to travel internationally. It's not going to be back to normal for a while. How could we travel our own massive country of Canada? Thus, the idea of Vanlife came to be. So we purchased this guy.
We are so excited to share with you our journey of converting this Sprinter van from a regular van to our home over hopefully just the next 2 months. And part of it is we want to inspire you to know that you can do it yourselves. We don't have any training, nothing with electrical, plumbing, carpentry, all of those skills that we're gonna need. And so we want to prove to you that you can do it too. You just have to put your mind to it.
YouTube will teach you a lot of things. So that being said, like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date as we complete this van build and take it on our adventure.
See where this goes.
Wish us luck. Get to work.
I could totally carry this all the time like this.
You could?
No.
I could have you carry it like this all the
I'm
time.
sure you could. This thing's freaking heavy.
So heavy.
When the pandemic hit, you know?
Working on remote incomes that we could take with us wherever we travel.
You just walk into the train?
Yep.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.